Other than me, maybe an Avengers movie here and there. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I said, definitely. It has a lot of shoes to fill. Like like the whole Cavill situation, and then Gunn overall. It's gonna be some people they're not sold on what anything James Gunn would do, but as far as what I heard, it's not about really, I guess, converting DC fans. It's about really creating new fans, right? So I mean, that'd be a gamble, probably. That'd definitely be a.
What have all of us been saying for the last year? We've talked about this a million times. If this movie does not do spectacular, the DCU's gone.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
It's gonna kill it. So all the gun haters, just hold on. Just hold on. You may get your wish. Just don't go see it at the movie theater if that's your goal. Just pirate it and then bitch about it. Okay, don't pay your money.
For sure, that'll work.
Don't hate watch. This is a big one. Do not hate watch.
Yeah,
that's true. And I want to make it very clear when people, the same people that was telling me, "Hey, I'm hearing Warner Brothers is panicking behind the scenes." I want to remind you, I went to the source of what y'all were saying, and they debunked what you were saying. So take that for what you will. That's
just regular studio trash talk. That's what that is.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, don't. When anyone tells me a report, that's why I say where you get it from, because I can get to the source of it. Go ahead.
Sources.
No, I was just gonna say, I just find it crazy how like they pick and choose like with what you're telling us and what you're like letting us hear. You're letting us into the world, and it's just like they want to pick and choose what you're saying is right and what you're saying is wrong. It's just crazy to me, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
They throw it in a Google search and they see what everybody's talking about, and they do a temperature check to whatever the vibe is. You know what I mean? That's why we get these little tidbits and little nuggets of information. They use us. They use us as their test
Oh,
subject.
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, my channel is just a one small example of that. Just using information, but that's why I tell people, like, don't just tell me like random stuff like, hey, I heard this. Like, again, tell me where you're hearing this from. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that anonymous stuff. I don't really rely on anonymous things like
they says and all that. They're saying
Is there a date for the trailer yet? You guys probably
nothing confirmed. Gunn is trying to throw a little confusion if it's even coming this month. So we'll see.
I had heard from a couple sources that it was going to drop around the 16th of this month, and then someone asked, and then Gunn, someone said something to Gunn, and they said, like, is it still dropping on the 16th? And Gunn said, still, like nice try.
So watch Google Gunn responses.
Oh God! Where's my gun on the toilet?
I think Gil. I think Sil. I was about to say Gunn and Sil the same sentence, but I think Sil hit it on the money. I think last week he was talking about in front of the Mufasa trailer that comes out next week. So
yeah,
maybe.
And so let's be clear. The reports that Warner Bros. is panicking behind the scenes. W. Mirror, where did you hear that from?
Yeah.
That's what because I just want to really make this very clear what I'm saying. Like, where did you hear that from?
Bless his
heart. Because I talked to the source of that.
Just bless his heart. Bless your heart.
I feel like this is somebody's burner's account.
I say they feel a lot better than Sony does right now. Yeah.
How many times? Okay, listen. There's something about Craven that as soon as we see a trailer, we're like, oh my God, I forgot it's coming out. And as soon as
that comes out this week, right?
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen,
you see the trailer, you see an ad for it, and you think, oh my God, I forgot that movie was happening. And then as soon as the trailer or the ad is over, you completely forget about it again.
Yeah.
So we got a surprise. We got a surprise for everybody, Sil. I want to steal your thunder.
Yeah, no, definitely. You just did. No, it's fine. But we're gonna talk about Sony in just a moment. But since we're on the topic of James Gunn, I gotta get y'all opinion
Oh boy,
on what he just dropped yesterday.
What is this? Some voiceover work?
What he just dropped?
Some script readings?
So if people don't know the story with this, James Gunn, leading up to Creature Commandos coming out, he said there's a sex scene. He kind of downplayed it, but there's definitely some sex scenes in Creature Commandos. And he said he has behind the scenes audio work, and he thought it was so funny, and he was going to release it when the show comes out, right? So the show comes out, and you got a couple of suggestive scenes, a little more than I was expecting in the Creature Commandos show there. But in episode 2, whoa, they really went
sometimes
out of there.
I like James Gunn, but sometimes he just does too much. He
released the audio, right?
Yeah.
He released the audio. So did everyone hear this audio?
Yes.
I'm not going to play it now.
Listen, why? There's two things. Like I have 2 comments on this.
This is a question.
They're each on opposite ends. Like the first one is, why this clip, dude? Like why this clip? You knew that this was going to be polarizing and mildly uncomfortable to watch and hear. Like why this clip? Because James Gunn's going to James Gunn. He's going to do something to just chap somebody's ass. But on the other hand, people are reacting to this like it is straight up porn.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Like it's voiceover. How do you think that they make kissing noises? How do you think that happens? It's voiceover.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Who else has an opinion? Okay, this one was said, because I thought it came out of left field. Like, I mean, I knew he talked about he had this scene.
Yeah,
he drops this, and then the creepiest thing is right here. He's on the top left, grinning and recording it.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is very creepy, bro. That's a little creepy.
Look, I agree. It does look creepy, but at that same notion, like this looks like a group of friends making fun of each other, reading.
Yeah.
Like if you and your homies. I'm not saying Sills with his homies recording them do stuff like this, but you know what I mean. Like this just looks like he's having a good time with his buddies. And what was really funny is we don't really see Frank. If you have to really look into this video, he's in the top corner making the same, noises and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like it's pretty funny.
Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, I would just have to say, like, this is just going, like, everybody makes fun of Gunn for having childhood humor, the fart jokes, etc. This just lines up directly under.
Yeah.
Like what did you expect?
Like,
right.
And this is also like, it's very unprofessional. You're supposed to be the head of DC Studios, and out of all the BTS footage that you can release, you decide to choose a voiceover of a sex scene. Like, that's just weirdo behavior. He's just reiterating. Everybody already thinks that he's a freak. Like, come on. Like, this is just
I mean, I agree, but at that same notion,
if you had no doubt he was a freak, he just proved that wrong.
Exactly.
Him grinning and recording.
It's like so perverted.
I think the issue should be, the only issue with this should be that this is the behind the scenes that he decided to post. You shouldn't have an issue with the what is being recorded, because first of all, I know all y'all nerds watch anime. Okay, I know you all watch anime. There is some anime that is way worse than this and makes this look super tame.
I think you're talking about hentai.
Huh?
Hentai.
Akira, like all of those.
Yeah.
There is some stuff out there. This is not the first make out. This isn't the first time people were making out or doing it in any kind of anime.
Yeah.
It absolutely isn't.
True.
And if you do not understand how voiceover works, just think about it. How else is she supposed to make kissing sounds?
I don't think that's really the problem. I mean, we know it's obviously
some people.
It's in a cartoon. Right. I mean, we saw it on other more adult animated shows recently this year alone, a few months ago. I think the real issue is just that, again, this is the only BTS footage that we've really seen. It's a woman making sex noises, which is weird. And I think it was like a week ago, Jeff Bezos spaceship program or whatever, Blue Sky, whatever the hell the name is. They just sent an astronaut up to the atmosphere or whatever, and they literally had to take the video down because the female astronaut was like making certain sounds that people sexualized. And then he goes ahead and does something like this, just completely sexualizing one of his actresses. It's just weird, and it's not a good look, and it's just not professional.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's the only thing that we should have an issue with is that this is the clip he decided to put.
And it talks a lot about his character.
I think the overall, probably, like you just said, Jules, I think the problem is it's James Gunn that posted this.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
I think that's the issue.
Because like a mature animated series, and like Music City Soul saying here, we know, yeah. I was surprised though. Me and Carlos was doing a live watch party, and we was like, whoa, wait a minute, Gunn, what are you doing, bro? Like that was a little out of control. But then to come back and be like, oh, look, I'm recording her. It's James Gunn. I don't think it's the mature nature, because people that's freaking out on that, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call BS that y'all worried about mature settings in DC.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
I'm not worried about the setting at all.
I think James Gunn is a problem for some people. Yeah.
I'm not worried about the mature nature of the post. I just think it's just distasteful to the actress. Like,
yes,
she didn't want that being shared. Who knows?
No, she shared it.
I understand what the joke was.
She posted it on hers too.
Yeah.
So if she's in on the joke,
she's proud.
Yeah. There you go.
There was a live interview.
Then you know
with
what?
The whole
I
cast.
retract everything. I don't got no problem with the post. Post away.
That's your final answer, Speedy.
That's my final answer.
There was a live interview with the whole cast, and James Gunn's talking about this particular scene in that interview, and then Frank is he's blushing, they're all laughing about it and stuff like that, and he says, "I'm going to release it, and you guys are going to see it." And then I guess this is that follow up. I maybe it was too soon. Maybe they should have waited till after the season was over to release something like this. But I mean, it's still creepy. It's still, but
what's the gag here?
Leave it in for the physical copies. Like if someone buys a physical copy, leave the behind the scenes amongst other behind the scenes booth work.
Yeah. I'm
so,
over it. I think it's a non-starter.
Yeah, as long as she's okay with it, and he made it clear that she was, and I'm really not too worried about it.
Hey, man, she's the one who set up Rudy Giuliani.
Really?
That is
that is her. She's okay with this. She's
but,
okay with this.
But I just think, like I said, I think honestly, I do think that's going to blow over. I just think Gunn is writing character right here. I can't unsee him grinning and videotaping that. That's just very weird.
He's forever the little boy. That's just who Gunn is.
Listen, not everyone from St. Louis is like that. I just want to point that out. Okay.
That's deep. Real quick, again, we are on X Twitter, of course. Support the stream by sharing it, liking it, commenting under it for sure. YouTube as well. Smash the like. Make sure you still subscribe. We do the Big Wednesday show every week. We'll do some pop-up streams as we get past this holiday. I just been too busy, but and then we're on Danny's platforms, Carlos as well, and Speedy's even on Facebook over there.
Yes,
and follow Jules just for baseball. That's all Jules talks about on Twitter, just baseball.
It's the season.
Nothing else, just baseball.
You mad with the Mets too, Jules? Or what?
It's the nature of the game. I never like the Mets anyway, so it just gives another reason to boo them.
Okay, all right.
If you talked to her 48 hours ago, like, oh man,
that's kind of how we feel about the Kansas City Royals here.
You can't blame the man. He had a $5 million come up.
Right. I mean, no, it was way more than $5 million. At the end of the contract, it probably make north of $805 million, which is way more than $40 million. Yeah, it's a crazy contract.
Yeah, I'd sign. Right
Plus
away.
a signing bonus, allegedly, it's probably worth over $900 million once it's all said and done.
Good Lord.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
a lot going on there.
And who's going to say no to that?
Oh yeah, you're gonna take the money. Shout out to those over there on Rumble. We are streaming this over on Rumble as well, and good time to plug Friday evenings Eastern Standard Time. Me and Jules got a new show covering. This is like a TMZ type show or current news. We're going way out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
A blend. That's a nice.
Get ready to get weird.
It's gonna be weird.
It's gonna be some weird stuff. But it's a big branch off, but it's gonna be really fun though. Covering like current news and stuff, and laughing at certain music artists and stuff. So
say, nothing's off the table and no one is safe.
Yeah, like not even me. Like I don't think I'm safe on my own show. So we'll see what happens now. One thing that's not safe is the Sony universe is over the Spider-Man-less verse, according to reports after this Craven film that none of y'all are going to watch. The Craven film. There are no reported developing films outside of the Spider-Verse animated films. Right, they got to finish that. The Spider-Man Noir, Nicolas Cage series, and of course the Tom Holland Spider-Man film. So all these spinoffs are done.
Oh shit! Wait, weren't they filming Spider-Man Noir?
They are.
Yeah, they're still doing that.
That's technically a Spider-Man, so
yeah. So that's still in development.
I love how Craven is barely visible in the background, kind of demonstrating how the movie.
It's StreamYard.
Like we've got like a blind spot for that movie, so of course it would be half covered.
I still can't believe it's coming out it comes out tomorrow.
Because we keep
forgetting. This week, Craven comes out, and we have someone on the panel that has an early reaction. Speedy went undercover. This cover's blown now. He saw. He saw. So let us know what are we expecting? Are they cooking? Is this the last dance?
Cooking? it's
maybe microwaving.
Yeah, definitely. Like if you're super hungry and you open the fridge and you're like, oh my god,
2 week old turkey after Thanksgiving.
You're hungry.
2
Sure.
weeks, dang. Go the way.
So my initial reaction was, it's not bad. It's not as bad as Morbius or Venom 2.
Someone pinch Speedy. Someone pinch him. Make sure
it's probably.
Is that a cry for help?
It's probably not as good as Venom 3, but some ways better than Venom 3, and in some ways not so good as Venom 3. And that's about it. I find the Kraven the Hunter character so freaking uninteresting. And that's not a
well, and they changed him.
Yeah,
they changed him substantially for this film.
The only reason why he's an interesting Spider-Man villain is because he loses his mind and buries him alive. And that makes that whole story, that arc in Spider-Man, so epic. It's like it's testament to the character, and it's way far away from that. As far as this Kraven looted his mind, stuff like that. It's not a bad movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson is good in it. There's some corny lines or redubbed lines in there that you're just like, why did we do that? Like there's some redubs from the Calypso lady.
That's
and
so
some plot plot explaining dialogue plot explaining that she does you're just like, why did we do that? It was good until we did that,
Wow.
So, but if you can get over that and just
you can get over how terrible most of it is.
No, it's actually not bad. So I give it a 3 out of 5. It's definitely okay.
It's pretty high.
It's got good action. The action is great. Every time there's action on the screen, it's really well done.
It's entertaining enough.
It's definitely entertaining enough.
So
now you're gonna say, dang, you know what? That Craven movie slaps. I'm gonna go spend $25, $100 to go see it.
Right now, so don't take the family to see it. But
no, it's rated R. It's rated R.
With Venom 3, first I didn't like Venom 3, right? But the action scenes were just all CGI tentacles fighting each other, right?
Yeah.
Is the action in Craven at least more appealing?
Yeah, it's a little more appealing. And if you've already seen that first 8-minute, 9-minute thing that they put out, that's the beginning of the movie. It's not bad. I've definitely seen
better than Madam Web.
Definitely better than Madam Web. There you go. That's not a high bar, but it's definitely better than Madam Web. Probably better than Venom 2. Probably beats Venom 3 in some places
Wait.
and loses in some others.
Craven.
Morbius doesn't even touch it.
I met him. He worked in the Sahara with my father when he was researching lions.
That's hilarious.
The only problem is that I just don't find Craven, the presentation of Craven, to be that interesting, and I don't know how people are going to sit.
Well, they took the only interesting thing about him and
let's go Craven,
and took it away. They instead of hunting animals and being this amazing animal hunter, like, no, he protects the animals. Like, now Craven does it.
I'm standing on this. That Madam Web, Madam Web is a watchable film. Madam Web is a watchable film.
Yeah, it's watchable.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, my wife loves Madam Web, and she defends it to this day. God bless her. God bless her.
Did she? God bless her. Did she love the boom mics?
I don't even.
I was too busy looking at everything else.
Yeah,
we're looking at all the other attributes. Okay, sorry.
There we go.
It's a Cassandra Webb story. Like, it is a quintessential origin story.
He was in the rainforest with my mom while she was researching the spiders.
Just saying. I'm just saying, man. Like, Madam Web is not that bad. I think, like, so Venom 3, I did not like. I may give Craven a try just off the word of mouth of Speedy here. I may just for the action.
I don't know. So like, I wouldn't put like the 20 spot on it.
He's like, I don't want that.
Like, yo, I watched that Craven on your word. Like it's
how dare you?
I liked it.
It'll be matinee.
Necessarily means that you're gonna like it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right?
It'll be a matinee screen. Let me make it clear.
And I'm a little bit more positive towards stuff, unless it's Acolyte.
I think we all agree how bad that was.
Hard agree.
So it's definitely not that. It's not atrocious. It's not atrocious at all. Like
he wants no credit from that. He wants no credit. He's just like, look, watch it at your own peril.
But watch it at your own peril. Trust me. But it's not atrocious. At least in my eyes. I watched it. It's probably like 30 minutes too long.
Okay, but we haven't compared it against Morbius.
Oh, that's Morbius falls apart. It's definitely a better movie than Morbius. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely a better movie than Green Lantern. It's definitely a better movie than I don't know. Horrible.
So since Speedy's backtracking, that he liked the film, he actually doesn't like the film.
I liked it enough. There you go. I liked it enough to give it my 3 out of 5. Your mileage.
Spider-Man list verse is over, right? So the question to the panel is, what is your favorite Spider-Man list verse film? Since it dies with Craven here.
First Venom. Easy.
First Venom?
Yep.
That's probably the only one that I watched.
Dang. Danny, you watching any of these films?
Yeah, I've watched all of them.
What's your favorite one?
Probably Venom.
First, that's an easy answer. What about you, Carlos?
Yeah. I liked Venom, but I got to say my favorite part was probably the end of Morbius when we got to see him with Michael Keaton at the end. That's probably the only thing I liked about the whole entire thing.
He's stranded in that universe. It's like
stranded in a dead franchise.
He's just flying around there. Yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
Now, I wasn't a fan of the first Venom film. I guess I'm a rare person. I liked the Carnage film. Let there be.
You like the Carnage film?
Woody Harrelson, I thought was great.
Tom Hardy.
I like the premise of it.
Venom 3 wasn't bad, but it had some moments that the third one wasn't bad, but it had some parts that left me like, what? Like when Tom Hardy, when Eddie Brock says, "We've been together a year now," and I was like, what? It's only been a year? The 3 movies equal a year? Are you high?
That's crazy.
You look like you've
I think they were
15 years.
Yeah, I watching the Venoms, I was just like, "Yo, Tom Hardy, you gotta go take a shower, bro." Like he just looked like dirty. Like I was like, "What's going on?" Same shirt. Like, come on, bro.
In the first one, he wasn't as greasy and gross looking.
Yeah.
The third one, I was like, I don't want to see his feet anymore. I don't want to see his feet.
Saying,
and then when he grabs that chick's shoes at the end of the movie and I'm like, how big is this girl's feet? Like, how big are these girls? This is a young woman who left her tennis shoes at her desk, and Tom Hardy's like, I'll wear these. Like, how big are her feet?
for the Strays going at Morbius, Music City saying, you didn't like Matt Smith dancing. Like, you don't enjoy cinema if you didn't like the Matt Smith scene in Morbius. Just saying.
I would say also say the Rhino thing. I don't know. It's okay.
See, I heard mixed things. Some people saying they like the Rhino.
Somebody for him to fight,
Okay.
I didn't dislike it, but I don't know. I didn't. It's not comic accurate at all. I'll tell you that. There you go.
Well, yeah, I'm not expecting that from Sony.
What source material? Sony's like, oh,
this was material. Get this out of here. Yeah. Comics.
Yeah. Not in here, buddy. Not in this office.
And there's a certain spider moment that you might be like, oh god, this is what we did. But yeah.
I roll.
Yeah.
Side note, Skeleton Crew. I still haven't watched Skeleton Crew, but keep hearing positive stuff. Hyperspace here says, sit there with a smile on my face from beginning to end each episode. I guess catch us up, or you don't have to tell the story, nothing, Danny. But you say you still enjoying? Episode 3 now, or what is it?
I'm absolutely loving it. Listen, if you were a kid in the 80s and that's when you discovered Star Wars, you are absolutely going to love this. If your parents were really into 80s movies and stuff, you're going to love this film. There are the music alone is very Amblin Entertainment, very old Star Wars. In fact, the third episode, there were some musical notes that reminded me of the Goonies when Mikey talks about One-Eyed Willie. Like anytime he talks about One-Eyed Willie, you hear those notes that sting. They had something very similar in this one. Jude Law is absolutely killing it. This is the best thing Star Wars has put out on streaming since probably the first season of Mandalorian.
Wow.
It's very good. It's very good. And I was talking to someone on my Twitter, like, I think it might be my favorite Star Wars show right now. And he said, I know, me too. My adult brain keeps saying, but Mandalorian. And the 8-year-old in me is like, but Skeleton Crew. It's really good. It's very fun. The kids are wonderful actors. It's charming, but it's definitely for adults too. It's I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah,
good time. It's a good time.
Speedy, I know you're real intent on Star Wars stuff. Have you caught up with the show?
I did. I watched it. I haven't watched the recent episode, but I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes, and I think I thought I wasn't going to. I was like, okay, Goonies in space, all right.
Yeah.
All right. But I think it harkens back to a lighter time of Star Wars. The Ewok adventure.
Yes.
There's
even some Easter eggs for that.
Yeah, I think there's room for that.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I understand people who might be like, no, that's not my cup of tea because trust me, the Ewok adventure got panned a lot.
I don't care what they say. I still love it.
Is it fun, like Danny?
Yeah,
I want to hear the word. It's fun. Oh,
it's definitely fun. No, but there's good action. There's good action. It's got practical effect aliens. So the puppets, lots of puppets. It really reminds you of the original trilogy. And Jude Law's character is very much a Han Solo character. I'm telling you, it's a good show. It's a really good show.
Probably like a month ago, I think it was like a month ago, I put out the report they were developing a solo spinoff show of the Jude Law character. So,
goody!
Everyone seems to be liking this character, so I guess I'm assuming they're gonna go forward with that because they were developing that before the series came out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And
Skeleton Crew, I'll probably watch it eventually.
I'm very pleasantly surprised because I did not hear good things from the production crew of Skeleton Crew a couple years ago when they first started production on it. But it like Filoni was having a meltdown on set. Filoni was freaking out, throwing chairs, complaining about George Lucas. Like he got into a fight with George Lucas. And I talked to Star Wars Mag and we compared notes and we were able to fill in the gaps for each other. And so what had happened was apparently George Lucas, for obvious reasons, absolutely hates and regrets the Star Wars Holiday Special from 1978. Absolutely hates it. When Filoni came to him and said, "Hey, I want to use something from the Holiday Special for a scene in Skeleton Crew," George Lucas said, "No." And Filoni's like, "Please?" And George Lucas is like, "I don't know where it is." And Filoni's like, "What do you mean you don't know? It's your IP. Where is it?" Well, George Lucas destroyed or buried, hid away everything from the Holiday Special.
Wow.
And Filoni was really, really mad because that meant he had to actually recreate and refilm, like remake this specific thing. So,
yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it eventually. I'm gonna just kind of put it on as a little background noise, see if it gets interesting for myself. So real casual with Star Wars, but anything better than Acolyte, then I'm good. As long as it's better than that.
Way better.
Definitely way better.
Way better. It's like two totally different universes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Insane. So final topic we're going to touch on here. Looking forward to y'all reaction to the big news. Chris Evans has returned to Marvel for Avengers Doomsday. According to the reports,
no, I'm so surprised. Oh my god.
According to reports, they said,
oh
hey,
my god,
not sure if he's going to be Cap again or what. The long-standing rumors out there and reports that Chris Evans was coming back for, it's been since like Endgame. They were talking about he was coming back like as Cap or Hydra Cap maybe in this situation. But I did hear a little wrinkle that he may play actually two different versions. So just keep our eye open because you got Doomsday and you got Secret Wars. So he
might do like 5. Who knows? It's
who knows at this point, right? But really the question, again, no one's surprised, right? No one's surprised at this. But is this Marvel being desperate in y'all eyes?
Yeah, a little bit. Of course. I mean,
yeah, like I wouldn't say desperate, but definitely like they were like, again, they're grasping at straws and they have to like circle. Okay, we need him back. We need him back. Funny.
Yeah.
I don't think it was like oh my god, yeah, we need to. I think this was always a plan from the announcement of Secret Wars.
I agree.
They were gonna bring him back. They were gonna show. They were probably gonna do a show about him trying to put back the Infinity Gems and not working out.
That's true.
Timelines messing up.
I remember they talked about that. Yeah, a couple years ago.
It's was in the tea leaves. I mean, it's as soon as they announced Robert Downey Jr., you already know that. Yeah, anybody's probably going to be coming back.
Well, everyone expected the OG Avengers, like Secret Wars, which is that's all multiverse right there, so it would make sense. There was a twist of RDJ Doom. I was like, okay, didn't see that one coming. That was a good. And so what can they do with Chris Evans? And then they got to get the rest of the band together. Mm-hmm. So.
What happened? Chris Evans signed something, and this became official. That's what happened.
Anytime I hear or see anything about the Robert Downey Jr. Doom announcement, I hear Syl screaming.
I didn't see it coming.
I didn't know your voice could go that high.
I've been practicing a little bit. No. But that was a pretty big moment at Comic-Con. So I was like, yo, I mean, the initial reaction was just like in that building, like, oh, this is dope. And then later everybody's like, wait a minute, why is he Doom? Like, what? Why is RDJ Doom? Like, what are they doing here?
Because they dropped the ball on several projects and they had to bring back their big ticket items.
Mm-hmm.
People were also very happy to see Chris Evans in the Wolverine movie, so it was
heck yeah,
to bring him back into this. If everyone's coming back for Doomsday, why not bring back Chris Evans?
Well, it sounds like you were really happy for that, Jules. Yeah. That's what it sounded like. No, I mean, dude, as Bayona's saying here, the desperation thing. I mean, do you think like the Jonathan Majors, like let's say that scandal didn't happen with him and stuff like that, after the way Phase 4
I think this was
performed in Phase 5.
This
would it have been excitement for if they would just continued that story, without the RDJ?
They've even leaked like just like storyboards of what the Kang version of these movies would have
Beyonder,
been.
yeah.
And there's little scenes of these of Chris Evans and Thor and confronting the current heroes, the Jane Foster Thor and Anthony Mackie and stuff like that. And there's a bunch of art there. You can find it for yourself.
I just wonder if the hype would have been there, because Phase 4 happened, right? Like Quantumania is a bad movie, like I just want a supercut of just the Jonathan Major version. Like I'll watch all his scenes, but everything else is crap in that movie. So it's like they probably had to do something big anyway, even if it would have kept Jonathan
if the Jonathan Majors controversy didn't happen, that whole phase, those 2 phases were really poorly received. So this would have happened regardless.
This all changed when they got the Russo brothers back. This all
that's what I'm thinking.
Got refocused again to this Robert Downey Jr. and the Doom thing and all that stuff, because they wanted to do the Secret Wars that they remember, and Doom is the the main person, the main catalyst for all that.
Well, Doom is huge, especially in the comics and everything, and this is like the ultimate play. Secret Wars, you had to be expecting some kind of Doom, so it's like we should have known, it's going to do some form of Doom, but this is them shooting their shot, and OG Avengers, this is their last ride, because you're going to have to commit to that soft reboot. Actually, I had some. I'm going to do something on my Patreon soon. I got a little information about the plans for the X-Men.
Oh, nice.
Plans for Loki. These next couple of films is going to be interesting too. So we'll become a Patreon. Little as $1 a month. Links in the description. We'll talk more about that. But Secret Wars is big, and then again, it's a soft reboot. After that. So we'll see. I saw a comment. I just have to. So W. Mirror heard that Anthony Mackie's pissed. Where'd you hear that report from?
From those other guys.
Same place. Same place. Heard about WB.
I'm playing with him, but where'd you hear that from? But Anthony Mackie, he's pretty good friends with Chris Evans. Actually, Chris Evans, he wanted to kind of stay out of the spotlight as long as possible to let Sam Wilson do his thing, but. Yes, the more this film.
It's not him. It's not happening. Nobody cares.
Chris I'm going to enjoy it. Watch, like how much longer are we supposed to sit here? When are you going to get your time?
I think I'm going to enjoy the film, but it's just I don't think it's going to just be as successful as $400 million should be.
Sam Wilson was never that popular to be given the Captain America mantle in the first place. Like that was just a bad decision from the creatives at Marvel. I understand why they did it, but they probably should have went with.
I know you trying to keep me to it. I wasn't gonna say what you thought I was gonna say, but what I'm saying is, I get when people will say, "Oh, it's in the comics," right? Because sometimes I use that, and people get mad when I say that. That's what Jules thought I was gonna say that, but no, it's not just about just doing what's in the comics. Yeah, you just gotta make a good story. Like, don't just say, "Oh, it's in the comics," because Shuri's in the comics, but. No one really wanted to see her as at that point, Black Panther coming off of Chadwick Boseman. I don't think that was a good move to push her as Black Panther. It just wasn't good timing.
Exactly. That's just like when they did Madam Web. I know old lady Madam Web, not this young Madam Web.
Right.
A lot of people grew up with old lady Madam Web. Yep. So I wasn't
animated Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I had no problem with Madam Web, but
I'm just saying.
he was watching it with the audio off.
You have to.
It's a watchable movie. No, I want the dialogue. I want all the corny dialogue. I want everything.
All the great.
With that, let's catch up with the comments here because again, it's funny. Chris Evans coming back. This really wasn't the boom that. I don't know. They're like, oh, Marvel's back. It's like everyone's like, yeah, we know.
The brand has had a lot of damage done to it. It's going to take a lot. I don't think they'll ever get to that height where everybody was every movie was a must see. Right. I think it was new at the time. They built that universe, and now it's just watered down because every studio was trying to build a universe, and that all died, and it all just came crashing down. It happened.
Well, it's kind of like. it's kind of like the Beatles or Nirvana or something. That was a one and done. You can never repeat that. It was a moment in time.
It was a moment in time.
Be grateful that we all got to experience it. Now we're on to the next.
Right. Just give us good films. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, overall, I mean, because this didn't have the boom like when we first heard, Hugh Jackman's back, right? They're making Deadpool Wolverine. Like, that was excitement for a lot of people, a couple years ago, just knowing that he's back for sure.
They were probably better off not even announcing it and just waiting till I don't know when this movie's coming out. I'm sure it's going to be a while from now, but like they should have probably waited till Comic-Con or something.
2026. I'm wondering, why would they put this out there right now? Because like I said, this isn't like making. Let me go see Sam Wilson Cap now. It's like, no, you just said Chris Evans is back. Like,
I'm just waiting. No one cares about Sam.
And he's not in that movie. Just to let you know, Chris Evans is not in Captain America: Brave New World.
People are only going to see Brave New World for Red Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Yeah,
I heard there's a Falcon in there as well, like a new guy.
Yeah, the guy from.
Have you not seen the co-pilot commercials with Falcon and?
Yeah, the new Falcon's in it. Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't you like green, Sam?" And he's drawing his new wings. Do you like the color green? I'm like, oh, this is so sad.
I mean,
poor guy.
Like I said, if y'all like the show, if you like Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I enjoyed the series for what it was. And, I mean, this is a continuation of that story. That's all it is. But I was saying earlier, like they're spending upwards of $400 million reshooting this film.
Yeah.
The story, from what I heard, the story's not big enough to spend this much money. Like, you're beyond spending.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think they should have done just another season, since it kind of is continuing the last season of Winter Soldier?
No.
We don't quite know what this movie is. We know what it is because it's been spoiled to death already. As far as, like, I
definitely know what the film is.
I mean, we don't know, what, how well it's going to be received. Personally, it's just it's just
that's why I can't gauge.
It's like a Frankenstein of its original idea.
Yeah, and that's why Anthony Mackie is pissed.
Yeah.
He's pissed because this movie has no buzz.
Right?
He's probably bleeding from his eyeballs.
He's like, come on, man. Chris is going to be back in like 5 minutes. Can you please put me out there?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. Like, he's still getting his movie out, and we already hearing Chris Evans is back. Like,
I know. I just want to give him a hug. I'm sorry, Anthony. Here.
That is.
Maybe they think that people will go see it thinking that Chris Evans is going to be in that Captain America movie. Like,
that'd be dirty.
No.
That would not be right. That'd
be a lawsuit.
Deadline and Hollywood Reporter are pretty, controlled by the companies with the information that they.
Oh yeah, they wanted this out there. They definitely wanted that, but it's just a why. I don't know. I don't see any benefit. This could have been, like I said, a nice surprise 2 years from now. Avengers Doomsday. I mean, us that didn't know.
I think
imagine a theater.
I think they were hoping for the same reaction that we all had when RDJ was announced and Syl was screaming like a little girl that he was going to be Doom. I think that would be a major miscalculation on their point because SDCC is an environment in of its own. You have all the fanboys in one location. Of course, that's going to be super hyped. RDJ was there. They had some footage. Like, it was just, you had to be there. You had to be there type of moment. Going on Twitter and seeing, a post, Chris Evans in the Doomsday movie, like, oh shit, okay, cool. All right, moving on. What's next? The buzz was not to be there. Right.
Yeah. Plus,
we've already seen him.
Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah. We've already seen him.
Exactly. They should have kept it like that.
And that was a nice surprise. I mean, I heard about it before, but that was a nice, like, oh, hey, flame on.
I was very excited.
I mean, after you seen Deadpool and Wolverine, did you doubt this was going to happen? There you go.
Well, yeah, as soon as you saw him there, I'm like, okay, he's definitely.
Oh, he's going to be Hydra Cap all the way. He's Hydra Cap.
Yeah. There's no question at this point. So,
fills out a little bit,
I'm not worried about that, but yeah. So
I know you're not.
I'm all about it.
I'm all about it.
I'm Team Jules. I'm Team Jules on this one.
What a surprise! But yeah, like I said, the hype wasn't really there. I mean, it's like, okay, that's nice, and it kind of confirms again what we kind of knew already. So So
I actually thought it was a different movie when I saw the post. I didn't realize it was for Doomsday, and then after I sent this to you, still after you told me, oh yeah, I'm like, oh Doomsday, oh that's the movie that RDJ is gonna be in. Oh duh, he's in it.
Right, of course. Then it all just kind of They could have announced this, like you were saying in the chat. They should have brought him out at Comic-Con too. Like, RDJ's back.
Or just left it as a surprise.
And I would have screamed just as loud,
Lives in my head rent free.
Do you think they're gonna set up Mackie versus Evans in the Doomsday?
Oh, that would be dope.
They probably
that would be cool, like a Hydra cap.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's gonna be literally evil versions of the Avengers we know versus the new versions. Just
the new boring Avengers.
I have heard.
The new boring Avengers,
I have heard that
probably
she's
gonna murk some
back,
of them.
Maria.
Yeah, the
I've
whole.
Heard that this is true.
All of them coming back, all of them.
And her and Yelena will face off.
That would be dope. Yeah, I like
that. Would be dope if they do that. But again, like they're coming back not as like she's not coming back as just straight up, Black Widow. It's gonna be some kind of different version. But like I said, with Chris Evans, I think he's playing like the two different versions or something. Maybe the Hydra cap and then another type of Steve Rogers, and then ScarJo. I'm not sure what she's doing though, but. We will see in the chat. Last minute comments or questions, throw it in the chat as we wind this one down. I can only hold them hostage for so long on the panel here. Coming up for the platform, as I mentioned, Patreon. Become a Patreon. Links in the description. I got a backlog of stuff from the holidays, so I'm trying to get back normal with the patrons over there. So check that out. Again, I got some Mutant Saga information, some interesting approach, I feel.
Well, Spill, we want to talk about that.
Become a patron. And then again, Loki's role. So I should be dropping that this week. So we'll check that out. I'll probably give you like a preview or something later, something like that. But
yeah, I know you will. Get it out of you.
And I mentioned too, Friday again. The new show me and Jules is doing on Rumble. It's really going to be a different feel, I think, with a lot of stuff that I've done. So I'm really looking forward to that. Just go to Rumble, search Still Abdul.
Oh, sorry. The fact that it's on Rumble should let you guys know that it's probably going to be a ride.
Dude, Rumble hates me. I've been putting my stuff on Rumble for like 3 years. And people have actually disliked videos of my dog. So,
what the hell?
Here's Rumble. I know, right? What's wrong with you? Tiny is the cutest little creature in the world.
Who doesn't love dogs?
Oh yeah. Those people are just not humane.
No
soul. I put some of the sports stuff me and Carlos do as well. Also check out Sunday night views on all the platforms.
Yes, sir.
And it's doing pretty good over on Rumble too. We got some sports fans over there, Carlos. So probably want to check out Rumble over there, man.
Yeah. I made an account. I just got to figure out how I can start.
It's weird. It took me like a year.
Yeah.
I don't think I even remember how to log into my account on Rumble.
It's kind of like a personal problem. Yeah. But with
whatever.
But with that, as I mentioned too, on the second channel, the DCU channel, me and Carlos. I think Carlos, you coming tonight for the watch party?
Yes, sir.
3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm insane. I'm gonna take a nap before then. But
what are you gonna watch?
You doing it? Yeah, you're doing it for real.
We're doing the Creature Commandos, the mature rated sex-filled Creature Commandos. We're watching it live.
Us sickos, we're gonna watch Creature Commandos. Yeah,
we're watching it live, and then we do our immediate reaction, and then I'll do my breakdown. Usually Prime helps me with that. If there's any DC Easter eggs, so I'm gonna say just for the series itself. I don't know if all of y'all seen Creature Commandos, but it's the first episode. I was sitting there kind of like, okay, are they gonna do something here, or like it was kind of like a paint by numbers episode.
Yeah.
But then like the fight, especially in episode 2, and Cersei. I'm a big fan of Cersei in the comics, so I enjoyed it for what it was. It's definitely Superman has to be very good. But I know Carlos, you've seen it. Anyone else? Have y'all seen Creature Commandos? I know Jules has it.
I've seen it. I just think it's interesting that the Suicide Squad now is DCU canon. But
do you like it?
No, I like it. I like it.
I mean, are you surprised? We knew that was coming.
I'm not surprised,
Like,
but I just think it's like
that-
kind of self-gratifying in a way. You know,
That
I
was
give
the
James
first
Gunn
minute-
that.
The first minute of the first episode,
Yeah.
Gunn's like, okay, Suicide Squad's canon, Peacemaker's canon. Let's go.
Let's go.
Love Peacemaker.
Well, some pieces of Peacemaker's canon.
Right. Yeah, not the Justice
Yeah.
League.
Well,
He made sure to say
Very
that.
selective.
Very selective. Very selective. But
Danny, you seen Christian
Little
Commandos yet?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You did?
I really like the music. I like
Mhm.
the
Yeah, he has good music choices.
Yeah. Oh yeah, always totally in line.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it's because we're both from the exact same neighborhood from the exact same time that kind
You
of
and Gunn.
yeah. But his musical choices are always like, oh my god, yes, that reminds me of a fond memory of times be gone or whatever.
long
Oh
past.
yeah, like when when Peacemaker sat to the piano, I automatically knew he was gonna play Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue, and he starts playing it. I was like, oh my god, my dad used to play that at the piano. So I don't know. His musical choices are usually
I
like
it.
Yes, I just like being a DC Comics fan. I enjoy exploring the world.
It makes
DC
sense
world.
to me that this is the first project because this bridges what he was doing to what he's going. You know,
that's literally. I think
makes
that's literally what it was.
perfect sense now why he's doing Creature Commandos.
What I
Like I said,
thought was pretty cool was, and I think I know you and Prime touched on it. Was how when they were introducing Cersei's, they mentioned how she had already pretty much went up against Superman in Metropolis. I thought that was like huge.
She had that. She had that Metropolis mugshot.
Yeah. So Superman had to take her down, which I mean, that's to be an interesting fight. Cersei, magic base versus Superman.
And she's a Wonder Woman villain,
Right.
So
yeah,
pretty
She has
stoked
to-
Yeah,
about
and
that.
they showed some Amazons. It was a lot in there. Before all the sex and stuff, like it was a lot in the show. So
Damn you, Gunn!
And it wasn't upfront. It was implied. So yeah, give him that.
yeah.
I was actually thinking like I like seeing it live action, Cersei's like powers and stuff. A good like comparison would kind of be like how Mysterio was in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or even
I think
You can do like illusions. Yeah.
the illusions and stuff.
Yeah.
But she was taking some haymakers though. Like she
Yeah.
it's probably because she's she's
a
right?
witch. No,
Yeah.
she's an ancient witch.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but she feels like her, like Themyscira is her rightful territory, but she was like evicted or something by the Amazons or something like that. Yeah, but
she was not nice.
And it said in the show.
She's still not.
It said in the show she wants to reclaim Themyscira. So it's like, is that like Paradise Lost, or is they setting up that series, or you know what I mean? So
Fingers crossed.
It's a lot of potential there. I mean, just for DC fans, but of course, like you gotta get past the Gunnisms, I guess, to do that. So we'll see. But I mentioned, like I said, the watch party and stuff like that later. What's coming up for you, Carl? Besides the watch party and whatever else you got going on.
Yeah, I got I've been doing the Walking Dead Telltale game. So like tonight, I'm just hitting up season 2. And then other than that, we're doing straight on. Have my basketball final game of the season next week, and a Christmas movie marathon. All for the month of Christmas, I've been doing a new movie. Yesterday I did Santa Claus. Today I'm doing the Santa Claus 2. So that'll be on Twitter and Twitch. So yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. Looking forward to all that. It's eggnog season, as I say.
Hell yeah.
Danny, well, again, links in the description. I don't know if I got Carlos' link in the description. I gotta make sure I update that. But Danny, what's coming up for you?
Well, I've got a brand new video out called The Secret Mission of Science Fiction. Super proud of it. Had a lot of fun researching and writing that. I basically go through the entire history of science fiction and explain how and why it has been trying to save humanity from its own hubris. So definitely check that out. It's on my YouTube channel. And every Sunday we're watching Dune Prophecy on Max. And I am kind of breaking it down while I'm watching it. Not so much breaking down the episode itself, but kind of explaining to you, like, okay, that's a face dancer, and they come from Tleilax and etc. So I've read 6, 7, 8, 9 of the Dune books. There's like 30, I think, but I've read several of the Dune books. I love it. So I explain all that stuff, and that is live on Sundays on YouTube, Kick, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, we're everywhere.
I'm gonna have to watch it with you because I'm lost right now, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I know nothing of the Dune world, so yeah, I definitely gotta watch it.
It's so good. I'm going to make a confession to everyone right here and now. I like the Dune world more than I like Star Wars.
Wow,
that's kind of an indictment on Star Wars, but yeah, it's kind of.
I mean, I don't blame you. I enjoyed the Dune movie, so I'm trying to wait to binge it all. So
it's so good.
Yeah, I'm dying to get into it.
Highly recommend the books. This Dune Prophecy is actually the first of all the Dune stuff in live action that wasn't written by Frank Herbert. It's not based on Frank Herbert's book. It's based on his son, Brian Herbert, and Kevin Anderson's books. It's the first time that's ever been put in live action. So that was really exciting for me. The nerd.
Cool stuff. Like I said, I definitely gotta peer into that world with you on your channel sometime. Speedy, what you up to, man?
We're just still on countdown for more Voltron news as it keeps coming out on the channel. I go trying to double down with the Voltron stuff. I'm excited about that. And anything, I think I'm gonna double down on anything 80s on the channel. So He-Man and all that stuff as soon as I get more info. Yeah.
Speedy, Voltron is in production now, live action.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
I'm excited about that. So I've been following that. Every time we get new info, I've been doing a video about that. And then, of course, Geek Culture Congress podcast. We do it live every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. I won't do it next week because I got a screener for Sonic 3.
Oh, hey, me too,
man.
Me too.
I gotta check my email. I need to get a screener. What's going on? What's going on here? I'm looking forward to that. Sonic 3, I think, is going to be huge. They're saying it may outpace Mufasa, which is
really.
I didn't think that was possible.
I can see that. I don't think people are really that high on Mufasa right now.
Yeah.
It's like Disney does this though. Like they crank these out. They make their money. For Sonic 3 to beat it outright, I think is huge if it happens. It's huge. So.
Sonic is very popular right now. Sonic 2 did very well.
At the end of Sonic 2, I was at the screener for Sonic 2, and when Shadow came out, all those kids went crazy in the movie theater.
Man,
crazy. It went crazy for Shadow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be another reveal at the end of this one too. So they're gonna just about 10 Sonic movies at this point.
We know that I think someone actually mentioned something about if someone does Sonic know Detective Pikachu or something in the movie. I don't know, something. I saw something like that. But they're obviously eventually do like a Super Smash Brothers kind of thing. Like they have
amazing.
to at this point.
Mario
that
Sonic
would be amazing.
Mario Sonic, do the Legend of Zelda movie. I would watch the crap out of that.
Mario need to catch up though. Like we need, Sonic already on 3. Got to spin
out. Get Mario to like next year or something like that.
They need to catch up, Jules.
We got time.
We got a few questions in the chat. Let me run through these real quick. Maria says, if Superman and the Batman 2 are very successful, should James Gunn keep Patterson as Batman?
No, I don't know. That's a slippery slope.
It's not happening.
He said that he likes having the Elseworlds already as well too.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be separate. Actually, I think Reeves has like a clause. It's like a contractual thing, I think. But Gunn hinted that, if I wanted to, I could have took Patterson.
Or he wouldn't have no Batman sequel. I'll tell you that.
That would have been probably a bad move, I think, if he
probably
absorbed it. We got Fernando with the Sony universe being discontinued. How will they keep the rights to Spider-Man? Well, just by putting out the Spider-Man films, like they still own the rights to Spider-Man, and
they got the animated one.
They're just writing Disney stuff
every 4 years or something. Yeah, they got to put out, and they're not going to sell the rights. Like I know people are like, well, maybe they could sell it to Marvel and Feige, and
I don't even
Like,
think
no,
they actually have
Sony's-
to come out with the movie.
Sony's holding on to
that
that ace. Tell you that.
That's money. That's like a lottery ticket. Like they keep
Exactly.
cashing in.
They
Like,
don't have to do
wow.
anything. Just let Disney.
Another billion. All right.
Exactly.
Exactly. So yeah, that's not going to
Like
change
real
that
estate.
for sure. Exactly. A best Christmas movie.
Polar Express.
Oh, that's
Polar
Polar
Express.
Express.
Die Hard.
Die Hard all the way.
A Christmas
Hey,
story.
Jules.
Speedy.
A Christmas story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Yeah, what? Hold on, let me duck.
What's wrong? What's wrong with Polar Express, Jules? What was that?
Damn, let me duck.
How old are you, Carlos?
tomatoes.
How old are you?
I'm
What?
20. I'm 29. I'm 29.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
he wouldn't know the
Yeah.
Christmas story thing then.
Y'all just pelting him
Yeah.
with rocks.
I
like-
dated myself.
No, so
Well,
the
yeah.
Polar Express movie has like a lot of like it gets a lot of crap online for like the soulless eyes and just overall creepy.
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, the Uncanny Valley movie.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for the
Well,
classic Grinch. There you go. Classic Grinch.
Grinch.
Yeah,
Love the
Grinch.
I
Yeah.
would
So
probably
all
go
y'all
with
said Die Hard.
Die
The
Hard.
Hard, though.
the only right
Die
answer
Hard.
is Batman
Gremlins.
Returns. Yeah, Bayona.
Christmas
Batman
Story.
Returns is a Christmas
Batman
film.
Returns
It's
was
the
a-
best,
Yeah.
it's
that
the
is
best
true.
Christmas film
It
ever.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Batman Returns capped off the Tim Burton Batman universe.
The captain for Polar Express, I couldn't believe that. Look at your
Tom Hanks. at
Polar
his best,
Express.
you know? Dang.
Like, how dare you? Let's see, we got one more. Which one I'm gonna pick here? We'll go with this one. Fernando with the box office disaster. Hold on, man. Red one. We can't have no
wait,
$7
what?
slam.
Wasn't
Wasn't
do
he just saying
research
that that was
here.
like
It says-
We gotta do research now. We gotta fact check that.
The
Yeah.
rack-
What?
Where you hear this from, Fernando?
wasn't The Rock just
with
acting
the-
like he did so well with that and some other movie he's out with at the same time or something like that?
The Rock's always
See.
winning, Jules. That's all. That's all.
I mean, I enjoyed
It
the
did
Red one.
150 million, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
reading
it got over 100. Yeah, about 150 million worldwide, and then it's it's going to be on Amazon streaming, and they really want to use it to kind of boost the streaming, but
Yeah.
because they fronted The Rock all the money for his films, so
Yeah.
they want
Well,
to
he's
recoup
good
with
either-
streaming. Is that?
He's good either way. You got his money.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
And to answer as far as his career, the Rock's good. He's been in talks with
Yeah,
Marvel,
it's
so keep
more
an eye
than
open
$200
for
million
that.
open to
Potential
34
Is he
apocalypse.
gonna play in Marvel?
He's gonna play Apocalypse?
Potentially.
Oh, my
But
goodness.
that's been
Okay.
on the table, so we'll see with that. But as far as he has that deal with Disney, that first look deal with Disney, so they're gonna be cranking out stuff. Live action Moana, he's gonna be in that. That's gonna make money. And then he's doing that indie film, Smashing Machine.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
He's
making an
trying to
Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so The Rock's good. The Rock's good. We can't take this slander on my channel about The Rock. His people may get at me, but
Childhood
he's-
hero.
So he's just leaving DC behind. And he's just gonna go to Marvel. That's crazy.
oh yeah,
I mean,
that's
they
very.
basically rejected
very
him
possible.
too, so it's like,
He got his feelings hurt.
I like that. We didn't give
Community notes.
I heard,
That's what the comments for. That's what the comments are
That's
for,
what-
guys.
That's what I heard. I heard from somewhere. I believe it. But anyway, we're gonna go on out of here because I gotta get my nap in before Creature Commandos comes out tonight. So
old man still.
all
I love naps too. I'm right there with you. I didn't get mine
Again,
today. I'm a
Rumble.
little cranky.
shout out to everybody over there at Rumble. We'll be back over there again this weekend as well. For the panel, chat, much love, Still Nation. We out.
Stay tuned.
Still Abdul ink to speak true as he bring the news. Coffee talk, stay brew, kick back, get real comfortable. Here to stay, no on delay, make sure I be's informed. On the road, on the go, playing ball on that pavement floor. It's the lifestyle right now, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Guaranteed all week's going to always be on time. That's my word, y'all heard from Il Divino Vega's mouth. What's the worth much more than what these networks talk about?